powerful storm tore through Jiangsu province, transforming the vibrant city of Nanjing into a scene of chaos and resilience. On August 31st, 2025, nature unleashed its fury, reminding us how quickly a bustling urban center can be brought to its knees. Storms like these are becoming more frequent and intense, likely tied to climate shifts, and Nanjing's experience is a stark reminder of how vulnerable even modern cities are to nature's power. The morning began with an eerie calm, but by midday, ominous black clouds loomed over Nanjing, the provincial capital, as if ready to engulf it. Lightning streaked across the sky, illuminating skyscrapers that swayed under relentless gusts. Nanjing, a city of over 8 million, is no stranger to storms, but the speed and scale of this one caught everyone off guard. In Jiangning district, one of Nanjing's sprawling urban zones, the storm hit hardest. Streets that were alive with activity turned into turbulent rivers within hours. People scrambled for safety, clutching umbrellas that were no match for the wind. Electric scooters, a staple of Nanjing streets, wobbled as riders fought to stay upright. Commentary: electric scooters are a lifeline for many in China's cities, but in storms like this, they become a liability, showing how urban infrastructure can falter under extreme weather. By noon, the Nanjing Weather Bureau issued a critical yellow storm warning, broadcasting alerts across districts like Gulu, Qinhuai, Jianye, Yuatai, Puku, Liuhe, Jiangbei, Xuanwu, and Jiangning. Winds were expected to reach level 10, strong enough to tear roofs from buildings, uproot trees, and cause sudden accidents. The warning also highlighted the risk of intense, short bursts of rain, a recurring nightmare for Nanjing, where flooding can paralyze the city in mere hours. China's color-coded weather alerts, yellow, orange, red, are a vital system, but they can only do so much when a storm escalates this rapidly. As the afternoon wore on, the sky darkened to an almost apocalyptic hue. The wind howled through narrow alleys, rattling windows and doors. Outdoor diners abandoned their meals, fleeing to any shelter they could find. Shop awnings, bus stops, or small restaurants. These moments really highlight human instinct. When survival kicks in, everything else, even a hot meal, becomes secondary. Lightning illuminated the city in blinding flashes, followed by thunder so loud it seemed to shake the ground. Then came the rain, falling in sheets so thick it blurred the world beyond a few meters. Within 2 hours, floodwaters reached thigh-high in low-lying areas, turning neighborhoods into treacherous mazes. Urban flooding is a growing issue globally, and cities like Nanjing, built with dense infrastructure, struggle to manage such sudden deluges. A local resident, a father in Jiangning, shared his fear. The windows were shaking so violently I thought they'd break. I couldn't see anything through the rain, just held my kids close, hoping it would pass. His words capture the raw anxiety of facing nature's wrath. Stories like this remind us how storms don't just disrupt cities. They shake people's sense of security, leaving lasting emotional impacts. On the streets, chaos reigned. Electric scooters, usually zipping through Nanjing's traffic, were stranded as riders huddled under flimsy raincoats or stopped altogether, defeated by the deluge. Pedestrians crowded under overhangs, while drivers battled flooded roads, their horns blending with the storm's roar. This mix of sounds, horns, wind, rain, creates a kind of urban symphony, chaotic but oddly defining of a city fighting to function. One woman, caught on her scooter during the storm's onset, recounted, "I was heading to work when the wind hit. It was like riding against a wall of water. I had to pull over and hide under a shop's canopy, but even that felt like it might collapse. I've lived here my whole life, but I've never seen Nanjing like this." Personal accounts like hers bring home the human side of these events, moments of fear and resilience that statistics can't capture. The storm's peak, between 9 and 11 p.m., was relentless. Lightning strikes lit up the sky in rapid succession, casting Nanjing in stark white light. Floodwaters surged, sweeping debris, and in some cases even vehicles, through the streets. These late-night hours must have felt endless for residents, with no way to know when the storm would relent. It's a humbling reminder of nature's dominance, even in our tech-driven world. Despite the destruction, Nanjing's spirit shone through as communities banded together, sharing shelter and resources. This resilience is what makes cities like Nanjing endure. Storms may batter them, but the human will to rebuild and recover always prevails. The wind roared like a beast unleashed, tearing at trees and rattling signs across Jiangsu province. Billboards swayed, threatening to collapse under the gale's fury. Then, as if nature had exhaled its rage, silence fell after midnight. The skies parted, revealing a starlit calm, but the streets below glistened with rain, and the air carried the sharp scent of wet earth. Miraculously, no lives were lost, and no homes were swallowed by floods. Yet, the storm's sudden ferocity left an indelible mark on the minds of those who witnessed it. For many, the event was a stark reminder. Tranquility is fragile, and nature can shatter it in moments. Meteorologists later revealed the storm's origins, a powerful convective system fueled by the warm, moist air left in the wake of Typhoon Kajiki. Though the typhoon itself had faded, its lingering humidity sparked violent weather across Nanjing and beyond, reaching provinces like Anhui, Shandong, and Hunan. In mountainous regions, the threat of flash floods and landslides kept communities on high alert, their nerves frayed by the storm's unpredictability. On the same day, August 30th, a different drama unfolded in Wei County, Hebei province, where nature's wrath nearly claimed lives. A group of about 100 adventurers, mostly from Beijing and Tianjin, had set out to explore Hebei's scenic trails. They wandered through lush forests and rolling meadows, their laughter echoing in the crisp 15-degree air of Yinyak, a haven for trekkers. But at 3 p.m., the skies darkened and rain poured in torrents. Dry ditches transformed into raging streams, and the trails became traps. It was just a drizzle at first, one hiker recalled, but in minutes, the water was rushing so fast it could have swept us away. Online videos captured the chaos. Trekkers in raincoats linked hands to brace against the current, some clutching sticks to steady themselves. Others scrambled onto a village tractor, gripping it tightly as if escaping a deluge. A local official, aware of the area's history of flooding, acted swiftly. "Last year, we had a close call here," he said. "When the rain started, I blocked the road with my truck to stop people from crossing." His actions likely saved lives. The 14-kilometer trail, once a path of joy, became a battleground against the elements. Yinyak's beauty, with its cool climate and inviting paths, had lulled the trekkers into a false sense of security, a reminder that even paradise can turn perilous. The twin events, a night of storms in Jiangsu and a near disaster in Hebei, gripped China, leaving survivors shaken but grateful. No lives were lost, yet the fear lingered, etched into memories like a warning. These incidents underscored a chilling truth: even ordinary weather can spiral into catastrophe. "You can't predict anything anymore," a Nanjing resident lamented. One moment it's calm, the next, the city's in chaos. As September dawns, unease persists. 2 new storms are brewing over the East China Sea, their paths uncertain but ominous. Floods could return, ready to disrupt lives, journeys, and the hope for a peaceful season. Nature, it seems, is always one step ahead, reminding us to stay vigilant.